Here's some bad lies. The only way to become rich is to inherit it. If you take too many risks, you'll go bankrupt. Rich people are way smarter than me. Rich people are different. Rich people started out with money. Wealthy people are lucky. During my journey to becoming financially free, through the struggles, through the frustrations, through the relentless study, through the hundreds of conversations, the interviews, a couple of trends have become very clear to me. And before you set a plan of attack, before you set a plan to become wealthy, you have to understand why most struggle. Number one trend, the traditional ways of becoming wealthy are becoming extinct, and you don't have to wait until you're 65 to become wealthy. Second trend, most of our society wasn't taught how money works or how to build real wealth. And number three, if you don't respect and value money at the highest level, it's nearly impossible to become wealthy. One thing I've noticed is most people that don't respect money or that don't like people that have money are broke. So let's dive into trend number one. The traditional ways of becoming wealthy are becoming extinct. I personally know 15 and 16-year-olds making hundreds of thousands of dollars annually, and I know broke 40 and 50-year-olds. I know multiple 20-year-olds who are making over $1 million a year. The internet has evened out the playing field and has opened up so many different ways to make money with no discrimination on age. The wealthy are getting wealthier and younger, and the poor are getting poorer and older. Scary, but that's the facts. So a survey of US investors with 25 million or more find the average age dropped by 11 years since 2014. So these wealthy Americans whose ranks have more than doubled since the depths of the Great Depression are younger than ever. And the findings suggest that a vast generational transfer of wealth is just the beginning. Trend two, most of our society wasn't taught how money works or how to build real wealth. This becomes very clear when you pay attention to the trends and look at the statistics. Yes, the number of millionaires is rising, but it's not because of traditional education. We're in an idea-based economy and a skill-based economy, not a certificate-based economy. We used to live in a certificate-based economy, and that's not the case anymore. Skills are now weapons in the new economy. This topic of wealth, income, and making money is really discussed and viewed in a negative light, or even worse, not talked about at all. And one of the reasons the rich get richer and the poor get poorer and the middle class stay middle class is because the subject of money is taught at home and not in school. And what can a poor parent tell their child about money? Sadly, bad philosophies are all they know, and they've played a big part in their current reality. Money is not taught in school. Schools equal scholastic, not finance. This explains how most bankers and accountants who are super smart struggle financially all their life. So behind that saying, I can't become wealthy, is mental laziness, especially with all the resources at our disposal. Trend three, if you don't respect and value money, it's nearly impossible to create sustained wealth. I don't mean let money control you. I mean understand how it works and appreciate it. Money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. And people that think money solves problems will be in for a rough ride. And subconsciously, they'll hold themselves back. Intelligence solves problems. Money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. Give money to someone who hasn't developed themselves yet, and the money disappears very quickly. An example of this is lottery winners. According to Time and Fortune magazine, over 70% of lottery winners go broke and spend every dime they won within 3 to 5 years. There's an economist that I studied named J.L. Zagorski. He writes for the U.S. News and the World Report, stated, studies found that instead of getting people out of financial trouble, winning the lottery got people into more trouble since bankruptcy rates soared for lottery winners 3 to 5 years after winning. This is why I believe earning money the right way and respecting the money is the best way to stay in control. Many lottery winners struggle with suicide, depression, and divorce. The reason I wanted to get all this out of the way is to get your money mindset right, that 97% of people don't ever accumulate real wealth. So what the heck separates the 3 from the 97? It's the same thing that separates the 3 from 97 for every other subject in life and business. So let's talk about building wealth and making money. Now, this has nothing to do with the economy. It has to do with your economy. And the greatest opportunity is when most are in fear. And you have to understand, when the economy goes down, the money doesn't disappear. It just transfers to the successful people who execute these habits I'm going to talk about. So let's dive into your business and figure out where you're at right now in terms of the cold, hard reality. And that's always the best place to start. It's okay to pause this now and really dive into these questions with deep focus, but there's no rush. You want to do this right, and building a solid foundation takes a lot of focus, time, effort, and energy. So before thinking about maximizing your business, you have to make sure you have the right vehicle. Does it scale? Will it keep you engaged, fascinated, and excited the next couple years? Can it grant you complete autonomy and freedom? What type of control do you have? Assuming by now you have potential to scale and grow. So once you realize you do have a good vehicle, it's time to assess your business. What are your current results? What's your business gross revenue for the previous 12 months? What is your take-home net income for the previous 12 months? How many customers and clients do you currently have? How much does it cost to acquire a new customer? How much are your monthly fixed business expenses? What are your current personal expenses? Are you making sure every dollar is spent wisely? Do you know for every dollar you spend, what your ROI of that dollar is? Really think about that. What's it gonna be that moves the needle for your business and your life? How committed are you to making that happen? Are you doing what you're best at, and are you working in your unique ability? We've had a couple different trainings to help you define what your unique ability is. Who do you need to help scale your business? Who needs to go that's holding you back? Who is your ideal client, and is that who your ideal client needs to be? So the first step in creating real wealth in your business is knowing your numbers. So that should be your first priority. If you don't know those, that should be the focus. So here are some top money-making skills in the new economy proven to build massive wealth and prosperity. And there's personal and business. Let's go through a couple personal. When you master these, this is when you start seeing real success and real wealth. Doesn't happen overnight, but if you continue to invest in yourself, continue to sharpen your skills, continue to focus on these habits, you will see your income go to a level that you never thought was possible. You tell me I was going to be a millionaire when I was younger. I could maybe say I was, but I truly deep down didn't believe it. I didn't even think I was going to make six figures when I was younger because there was no one around me doing that. But being around the right people, continuing to invest in myself, continuing to study successful people, it slowly happened. And when I say slowly, it happened faster than most people, but in my mind, it happened slower than I wanted. So personal. Knowing yourself. This is a massive skill. Your desire to build wealth has to exceed your desire to buy expensive things too soon. You need to think like a millionaire, but hustle like you're broke till the income comes in. Knowing yourself is knowing where is your vices? Where do you spend money where you shouldn't? Right? You have to know yourself, how to spark your own fire, how to get yourself to do things when you don't feel like doing them. So knowing when you have your most willpower, placing your toughest tasks to when you have your most willpower. So I can't tell you how to know yourself. You have to figure out, where have you messed up in the past? Where have you wasted money? Where have you made bad investments? Why did you make those bad investments? Did you not do your due diligence? Do you need to think things through a little more? Maybe you need to take better action. Maybe you need to build relationships. I don't know what it is. Maybe you have to be more consistent, but knowing yourself is a very important skill to master if you want to make money. It leads me to the second one, being resourceful. Resourcefulness comes from compelling reasons and having a good circle of influence. Resourceful comes from the right emotions. If you don't have the money, but you need to make the money and you become resourceful enough, you're passionate enough, you're creative enough, you're innovative enough, you can make the money. Some of the most successful people on the planet that came from nothing got successful and made money because they were super resourceful. So stack up as many compelling reasons as possible to become financially free, and make sure your circle of influence can help you get there. So being resourceful means always figuring out the solution, being solution focused, not problem focused. Everybody can bring problems. Very few people bring solutions. Emotional resilience. Can you control your emotions? Because either you control your emotions or your emotions control you. People that are strictly emotional without intelligence always seem to go back to where they started. So intelligence versus emotion. Here's a question. Can you stay logical when nothing goes your way? This is the personal skill. Can you really start basing things off intelligence, off data, off experience versus your emotions or versus your insecurities? Another skill, focus and concentration. Can you really narrow in and focus for long periods of time on things that are proven to have gotten results for you? Focus is a key that Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett all attributed most of their success to. They found one thing that was proven, they focused on it until they mastered it. So that's it. Know yourself. Get around the right people. Stack up a lot of reasons. Make sure that you're focused and concentrated on the right activities and control your emotions. And when I say control your emotions, I mean every aspect. How you respond to things, how quickly you adapt and adjust. Are you optimistic or pessimistic? Are you focusing and thinking fully with every fiber of your body, things will work out? Or are you playing the victim role? That could be hurting your income situation. Business-wise, can't stress this enough. Marketing, marketing, marketing. Marketing is believing in your product so much and becoming so passionate that you feel like you're doing the world a disservice by not sharing it. When I talk about our products and programs, the Academy, I'm so passionate because I see how much of a change it's making in people that I feel like if I don't get it out, I'm doing the world a disservice. So consider there are 3 ways to grow your business. You can increase the number of clients you have, you can increase the average sale price, or you can increase the number of times they buy in a year. Most people, 90%, focus on increasing the number of clients. And it is the least effective and the least profitable. So what can you do to increase the other 2 methods? I want you to really think about that. Next, a strong referral focus. Referrals can be one of the most important tools you can use to exponentially grow your business. There are hundreds of ways to generate referrals. Do you use them right now? Do you have precise referral rituals and systems in your business? To the point where, let's say you're a speaker. Do you have in your contract they must provide referrals for you after your speech if you do a good job? That's what I mean. Referrals are the lifeblood of most businesses. So if you don't have a system in place, you're killing your potential profits. So think about how could you reward people to refer others to your business? If you have done a great job in delivering and exceeding expectations and your clients are happy, you should be able to ask for a referral very easy. Some of the tools available to generate referrals, you can pay them per lead, you can ask your competition, you can bribe people in a fun way, you can ask your vendors, you can automate the referral process, donate to their charity, be outrageous, you can be different, put on an event, do a free event, sell on the back end, conference calls, family and friends. There's so many different ways, but the key is to think things through based on your industry and to start writing down ideas that could work and then testing them. The purpose of business is getting and keeping customers, so that should be a consistent focus. So marketing and referrals is a huge money-making skill in business. The next one is positioning. How are you viewed in the marketplace? If you position yourself, you won't have to prospect as much. If you're positioned as the leading authority, people come to you versus you chasing people. I'm not going to dive into positioning because there's a training focused on positioning that we can link below. The next one is hiring and delegation. You need to become a people developer if you want to grow your business and scale. I don't mean have 1,000 employees. I mean, do you know how to hire the right people? Remember, it's hiring slow, firing fast. There's a training also on hiring and training, but can you delegate properly? For me, one of the biggest problems when I was brand new that caused me to be my own bottleneck and not make money was I was Superman. I was trying to do everything myself. And if you try and do everything yourself, you're not going to make much money. And if you do, you won't have any time to enjoy it. And you're going to start resenting things that you used to love. So my philosophy is anything that someone can do at least 80% as good as you, and it's not your strength, delegate it. Some of the best entrepreneurs I know are amazing delegators. They hire the right people that complement their weaknesses and they delegate. Now, you have to make sure it's a good ROI. You don't want to hire a bunch of people and not figure out their value or the key point indicators to watch to know if they're going to actually make the money back for you. If you hire people and you don't know what the ROI for your business is, it's not strategic. You're being emotional, not strategic or intelligent. So make sure when you're hiring the right people and there's a specific purpose and a process for that. Another one of my favorites and one of the biggest money makers, speed of implementation. How fast can you hear something and take action on it and execute it? Not think about it, question it, but how fast can you adapt and adjust and take action when you learn something? Inside your business, there are specific activities that result in getting more customers, creating more value for those customers, and selling more products and services to them. If you do these key activities consistently over time, this combination of more new customers that are buying from you will make your business a lot more successful and pay you a lot more money, resulting in a growing business, growing profit, and growing income. Some of these key activities are perfecting your product and service, testing and refining your marketing offers, giving customers emotionally impactful experiences that cause them to come back and buy more and tell their friends to come to buy more from you. But once you identify what those are, how quickly can you implement? How quick can you take action after this module? Another bonus tip under speed of implementation, under marketing, is understanding how to write persuasive copy and understanding the importance of selling that copy or selling your service. Now, if you don't feel like you're a salesperson, hire someone that has experience. People say, how do you train top salespeople? You don't. You find amazing ones that are already trained and you provide ongoing, consistent training, but you don't need to find someone brand new. Hire superstars. So we just went through 10 traits and money-making focuses. I want you to rate yourself with each of these. Knowing yourself, being resourceful, emotional resilience, focus and concentration, effective marketing, a strong referral focus, positioning, hiring and delegation, speed of implementation, and persuasive and effective copy. What can you institute into your daily routines that gets your number closer to a 10 to each of these areas? And do you have somebody on your team that can make up for your lowest scores? Now, these are things that really do produce results. So you want to focus on the most important that you think is most relevant to your business right now, but don't forget the other ones. Put a time in your schedule to go back and execute the next ones. What I would do is figure out which ones are most important and that are strengths. I would go all in on those. I would start hiring one at a time or finding people that are good at what you're not good at and getting them delegated to make sure they're focused on the other money-making activities. Now that you know how to make money and finally have it consistently coming in, it's time to multiply it and create real wealth so you can protect your future. I want to talk about how to make money first, because if I talk about what successful people invest in, you might think, yeah, but I don't have money to invest. Well, now you know how to make money. Now it's how to invest it properly. Hey, what's up? And thank you for watching this video. If you enjoy this video and this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, put the notifications on, and I assure you, you'll love this content and these videos.